Hey everyone, this is Rich from Rich TCG Bets. Hope you all are having a great day. I feel like it's been a while. I recorded a couple videos last Monday. Today's Monday again, but I had some family in town the last, Thursday till this morning, and I will be out of town again like this weekend, so away from my desk and recording ability. So you're probably not going to get a lot of me for honestly the next 30 days because then I go on a Disney cruise August 10th to the 14th, and then we'll spend a couple of days at Disney World afterwards because we just figure if we're flying all the way to Florida, might as well go to Disney World, right? That's logical. It's just money, right? But yeah, so I apologize ahead of time for the next 30, 40 days in my life are crazy. I'm either going to be out of town, and if I'm not, I'm going to be working. But I appreciate you all being here. If you're new, welcome. My name's Rich. I love data. I love TCGs. And on Mondays, I go play at my local card show, and that is why I'm in the car. So usually when you see me in the car, it is a Monday, and I am finding some time to record for you all. But today I wanted to talk about basically I want to talk about the market, and the overall theme I want to hit on is a theme I've hit on before, which is like, why wait? Basically, like, now is the time to buy. Like, just do it. If you have the funds and it's something you want, just do it. But also to like not be scared of what's happening in the market. So I want to just dive into a little bit what we're seeing. I'll show some pictures on the video so you can kind of follow along, but I did a little bit of research. Everything's off the top of my head, so apologies if everything is not exactly right to the sense. But yeah, let's talk booster boxes. Booster boxes, or let's take a step back. A month ago, Lorcana was the hottest thing. Best TCG in the world, doing better than Pokemon, better than One Piece, better than Magic, etc. I still think it's doing really well, and I love where it's going. But we've definitely seen a bit of a cool down over the last 2 to 3 weeks. Not only in the sealed department, but also in the singles department. The singles is where it's hitting the most, and usually that's the market that gets hit the most. So I've talked a lot about the past that I'm more of a sealed collector, specifically booster box cases, because I think they do the best overall in the long term. If you want to play the singles game, that's all good and dandy, but just know that they are a lot more volatile historically throughout TCGs. Anyways, when we take a look at what I deem like the 4 iconic era sets in Lorcana, the iconic era, so Fabled, Whispers in the Well, Winterspell, Wilds Unknown, we see all these booster boxes are down over the last couple weeks. And if you look at the 1 month chart or like the 3 month chart, like Fabled, for example, it's still up over the last month. If you look over the last 3 months, 6 months, year, it's going to be up. But we did see sales of upwards to $1,250, getting close to $1,300 for Fabled, and lowest listed right now is just under $1,000. So that's like 20% drop in the last 2 weeks. Like that's nothing to joke about. $250. Yes, I do think the booster box is still overpriced, and I think I don't know if it's a good buy or not, but I have a case, so I will not be buying any more booster boxes. But if it's something you truly want, it's down 20%. Like, what are you waiting for in this market? Are you scared? Are you scared Lorcana's gonna tank? It came and went, and it's gonna go back to zero where it was for the last 2-3 years. Why are you not buying things that you should? If you take a look at the set afterwards, Whispers of the Well, it's like down like $5, $6, $7. Yeah, nothing crazy, but it's still down. It's still at a bit of a discount. Same with Winterspell, down about $10, $20 from where it was a couple weeks ago. Like, these are significant drops. Like 2-3 weeks ago, people online were hoping that they could buy something for like a 20% discount, 15% discount, and now you have it, but no one's buying. What I see more and more are people getting scared, and more people are selling booster boxes online than they were 2-3 weeks ago. More and more people are selling D23 collector boxes. I made a video about that last week, how that was like peaked around $750, $800, and lowest listed was $550 on TCG Player. I saw someone on Marketplace wanting to sell it for $500, like $800 to $500. is a huge drop. That's almost a 50% drop. You know, that's 37.5%, maybe, if I'm doing quick math. That is a screaming discount. The D100 box was $200. I saw someone wanting to sell it for $130. $70 off. That is 35% off. You can't be scared with this market. If you truly believe that Lorcana is here to stay, that Lorcana is an amazing game, that the Disney IP, you believe it, it's going to do well, now is the time to not be scared and to buy these products. Because yes, they totally overinflated, I'll admit that. They're correcting down a bit, but I think people are getting confused with a crash versus a correction. And when that happens, people are going to be sad and people are going to lose out. You know, like, people are going to freak out, sell something that in a year or two could go back up to exactly where it was, or even reach new highs. You know, it's so unpredictable, this TCG market. But the main thing we're learning from it, not just in Lorcana, but in Pokemon, One Piece, etc., is that people do love the artwork, and more people are loving and playing the game. And so when you bring in more and more of an audience, you're going to have a lot more long-term retention in the future, in the present, but also in the future as well too, because that's where you're going to get that nostalgia of kids remembering their parents playing the game, or 6-year-olds and 7-year-olds now having income and wanting to buy the cards themselves. We're going to see that same thing happening inside of Lorcana. On the single side, like I mentioned earlier, we're seeing way more of a drop than we ever have. I saw someone trying to sell Buzz for $3,200. This same Buzz Iconic was going for $6,000 raw a month ago. So it's down 50% basically. And at this point, I saw someone like a week ago selling for $4,000, a few days ago selling for like $3,800, $3,600, and now we're at $3,400. Who knows where the floor is, but we could potentially see the card back into the $2,000 like range, which is crazy. And I can tell you, I've got my eye on it. I don't have the funds currently right now, which is why I have not made any sort of purchase for it. But I'm starting to think, okay, what in Pokemon or Lorcana can I sell off to prepare myself to have the cash ready, that if someone drops it for $2,500 or lower, I'm right there to buy the card, because I do want the card for my binder collection and I love the card. I absolutely want that Iconic more than any Iconic that is out right now. But that's the mindset you need to have. Like, the floor could be today and then it bounces up tomorrow and I miss out. That's a bummer. But you just need to be ready to buy these things, because they are dropping consistently as people are getting scared, as people are getting ready for the Pokemon 30th anniversary, getting ready for Attack of the Vine, or the next Lorcana set. People are going to be selling for whatever reasons they want, and people are going to continue to tell themselves it's because of this that's bad for Lorcana, or it's because no one plays the game, or the sets actually aren't that good, or Pokebros and Sneakerheads went into the game and the minute they leave, everything goes down to zero. Like, stop trying to convince yourself that's the reason things are dropping right now. I truly think we're having a correction, and like, now is the time more than ever to get in, to buy, to invest for your future. Not just for your collection binder. Like, I can tell you for a fact, like, I've been buying promos left and right like crazy, because I'm trying to get, I'm going to say all, but realistically, some of these promos are ridiculously priced that I just can't afford them right now. But as many as of the promos that I can right now, ignoring like the Championship Series promos, so anything with like a P1, P2, P3, anywho, I've been buying those left and right like crazy. I've been buying the Buzz Lightyear movie promos, because those have been dropping too. Those are $7 cards when they were $20 4 weeks ago, and I thought they would never drop below like $12, $13, $14. I now own 50 of them. I just got my latest 20 in the mail that I paid $7.50 for per card, and So yeah, I now have 50. I'm probably not going to buy any more because 50 is definitely a lot, but I'm not playing around with this market. I think that's going to be a great card in the future. I love Buzz Lightyear, and I'm just looking at all these sales that are going on as amazing deals, amazing discounts, and things that I don't want to miss out on. I've definitely slowed down my Pokemon spend just so that I can be able to buy some of these Lorcana sealed products or cards that I want. But before I get too rambly, let me just to sum up the whole video. I am sweating bullets. It's been 100 degrees lately, and I don't have air on because I don't want it to be too loud while I'm recording. But what was I gonna say? Basically, don't get scared. Don't freak out. Now is definitely not the time to sell. If you wanted to sell singles, if you wanted to sell sealed product, a month ago was a great time because those were all-time highs. But even then, I don't think was a great thing to do. I'm definitely holding a lot of my products right now, but right now we're having the sale of a lifetime. We may never see these booster boxes cases as low as they are right now. So if you want to get in now. Don't miss out, or you will regret it 6 months to a year down the road. I can't guarantee it, but I can almost guarantee it. But that's all I got for you. I've got some other video ideas for the rest of the week. We're going to talk about Attack of the Vine pool rates either tomorrow or the next day once I get enough data, and I can tell you for a fact that that is pretty interesting. But till then, I'm Rich from Rich TC Bets. If you're not subscribed, make sure to subscribe, but I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.